So, throughout the couple of years, we've seen significant rise in the amount of people that are practicing calisthenics. And if you go to the internet nowadays, it almost seems as if nearly every single person can at least do a handstand push-up. And with the pressure, we gotta keep up. And as a person who does calisthenics myself, I've seen a bunch of problems that a lot of beginners face. A lot of people who are beginners face problems with starting calisthenics, building a foundation, or just developing cool, amazing skills, or learning cool, amazing skills in calisthenics. Most of them quit because exercises and sessions tend to be dull. They tend to be boring because you're not doing the cool stuff you see on the internet. Well, what I'm here to tell you is I've got the solution, because there is a bunch of skills or moves you can learn to make yourself look cool while doing calisthenics. If you wanna learn a couple moves, you've come to the right video. My name is Wax, and these are 5 calisthenics skills you can learn in 30 days. Alright, so first up is the wall handstand. This is basically a smaller part of the handstand, maybe beginner level of a handstand. What this handstand basically teaches you, it teaches your arms how to hold the rest of your body weight, and it also teaches you how to handle yourself upside down. Now the trick with this one is a lot of people tend to underestimate the power this one has. What a lot of people think is that once you do a wall handstand, you're not doing a handstand. When you're doing a wall handstand, you are doing a handstand. It's just that you're supporting or leaning on something, right? So the wall handstand is basically you doing a handstand but leaning on either a wall or any sturdy surface that you can lean on while doing the handstand. Now, in this video that I'm going to show you, I'm not going to be using a surface that I'm going to be leaning on, because I can't really find one around where I can record myself while doing it. But yeah, you get the point. So what you want to do with the wall handstand is you want to find a wall or any surface you can lean on, and then you begin by going into a handstand. You don't want to kick too much into it. You don't want to kick too little into it. Just kick just the right margin to get yourself up there, right? And then once you're leaning on the wall, make sure you're not leaning too much into it, because your weight is going to be mostly on the wall rather than on your hands, which is going to be slowing your progress by a great margin. So another thing you want to do is you want to learn balance with your hands. So what you're going to do is you're going to slowly push or press with your fingers. You're going to press down with your fingers whenever you feel like your weight is depending too much on the wall, is leaning too much on the wall. What this is going to do is it's going to push you forward. Whenever you find yourself falling forward, what you want to do is you want to lift your palms up just a little bit, just a small inch off the floor, and then you go back. You find yourself going back. What you're going to do is you're going to practice this day after day after day after day after day, and soon enough you're going to clock the wall handstand, and then get rid of the wall, and boom, you got the handstand. Now there's a lot of people, different people differentiate when it comes to progressing in calisthenics. There's some people that can learn faster, the people that learn slower. If you learn fast, you can probably even be able to do a handstand by the end of the 30 days. If you learn slow, it's not a problem. The wall handstand is still a cool thing to learn, and it's a very quick and easy way to learn freestand, which is basically a handstand when you kick to a handstand. It's a very efficient way to learn how to freestand. So next up, we've got the L-sit. Well, now the L-sit, because of its straightforward and easy going way, a lot of people underestimate it, but you'll be surprised just what the L-sit can do for you. The L-sit has a lot of benefits. You can improve your core, you can improve your ability to hold your hands in the air, which is something you're going to need to be doing a lot in calisthenics, right? So if you're planning on staying here long term, you definitely want to start with the L-sit. Now, the way you can learn the L-sit is you can start by sitting down, your legs forward, your posture forward, make sure you're straight, and then gradually lift just the upper part of your body. From your knees up, you want to push that section off the ground, and then slowly work on your legs. What you're going to do is you're going to slowly pedal your legs a little bit, just going back and forth, left, right, left. What this does is it sort of exercises your legs, and it sort of exercises your core to get used to keeping your feet in the air. And then after a while, you might probably clock the L sit. And that's the thing about the L sit. I can't really go deep into it because there's not really much to say about it, right? You just hold yourself in the sitting position and you just keep pedaling with your feet, and then gradually you find yourself clocking an L sit. Another thing you want to do variations. You can do a one leg L sit, which is basically you holding with your hands, and then one leg is forward. This helps with improving your core, and this can help with you clocking the handstand much faster because you're holding the left side for like 5 seconds, then hold the right side for 5 seconds, and then sometimes try holding both sides for like 2 seconds. Doesn't You don't really have to go huge amounts of time while holding it. What you want to do is you want to gradually take it slow, take it easy, and then you'll find yourself doing an L set in probably less than 30 days. You might do it in 20, 25 if you're fast enough. But if you're still slow, as you're a slow learner, it's still okay. In 30 days, you will be able to clock the L set. Another great calisthenics skills that is easy and fast to learn is the duck planche. Now, what a lot of people have to mistake and think is hard about the duck planche is because of the word planche itself. When you hear the word planche, you immediately think, oh yeah, it's going down. But really, the duck planche is just, let's say, a step to achieving the full planche, right? A duck planche is just a step to achieving the full planche, and it's much easier and much more safer to do than to attempt and plunge right off the bat. So the duck planche is basically the plunge but tucked. That's basically the name of the move, the skill. It's a planche but tucked. This one is easy and is very very efficient because it works on your triceps, your shoulders, your core. It also works with the ability to keep your legs in the air, as I've said previously. Now, what you want to do is you want to slowly get into sort of like the position that runners take. But what you want to do is you want to put both of your hands on the ground, and then you kind of crouch down, and then you push off the ground with the rest of your body. What the duck planche it does is help with your core, and it can help with maybe your planche in 3 or 4 years when you unlock it, and it can help with your L-sit also as well, because your core is going to be worked out, your triceps are going to be worked out, your arms are going to be worked out, and believe it or not, it can also work on your handstand because now your arms are going to be used to holding all that weight, and your arms are going to be used to holding the rest of your body. So one way you can unlock the duck planche, and if you've already pushed up but you can hold it for a long time, you're gonna do the same thing you did with the L sit, but this time you're gonna be doing with your toes, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the left foot down, right foot down, lift one foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. What this does is same thing with the L sit. It keeps your core engaged. It keeps your core from overburning, your arms from being tired easily, and it also gets you used to handling your weight independently. And then soon enough, you'll find yourself doing a duck planche. Right. So next up is the frog stand. Now this one, the frog stand, I wouldn't say it's a very hard skill to unlock, but it's pretty cool to hold. I won't lie, it is a pretty cool skill to hold. Now it might look a bit weird, but it is a very cool skill to hold, and it does work on your arms. Although you're gonna be keeping your knees on your elbows, which is you're gonna be bending your elbows, but it still does work on your arms. It does work on your wrist mobility. It does work on your shoulders, and it also does work on that ability I mentioned on the headstand to get used to being upside down. Now the frog stand is a pretty straightforward and easy move as well. What you want to do is you want to put your hands on the ground and then put your knees on your elbows, and then gradually raise yourself up using your elbows. It's like an elbow level, but you're putting your butt with your knees, right? So you're gonna lift the rest of your body up, leaning on your knees and your elbows, right? And then by time you're gonna find yourself holding it for 5, 10 seconds, and then take it to 15, then 20, and then 30. This will help you with keeping the downside position, and you'll find that the frog stand is actually the foundation or the basic skill that you want to start with when you want to learn how to push to a handstand, right? The frog stand is very efficient in that it's going to become very handy in a long time, and it's a very cool skill to do. And yeah, that's basically it with the frog stand. It's a very straightforward move, and it can help you out with a lot long term. Also, very cool to do, and it's not. It takes a bit of the boredom out of the normal session. So last but never least, we have the elbow lever. Now, the elbow lever is one of the most famous calisthenics moves. It's one of the moves I started out with as a kid, right? So, what this elbow lever is popular for, and what a lot of people know it for, is the ability to hold and replicate the planche. Basically, the elbow lever is like the mini version of a planche. It's like the small version of a planche. And it's easier, it's more efficient. It makes you feel like you're clocking a planche way sooner, right? So the elbow lever is also one of the easiest moves and skills in calisthenics as a beginner. It helps with your core and also that skill I mentioned again of keeping your feet in the air. Now this skill is very important, or ability is very important, because it's one of the most maybe one of the most underrated skills, not even mentioned skills in calisthenics, but you're gonna need it long term. Trust me. So what you want to do with the elbow lever is put your hands on the ground, and then gradually lower down to your abdomen, right? And then hold your elbows there. Your elbows should be at your abdomen, and then slowly lift the rest of your body, like your legs, your thigh, your lower body up into the air. Now, the very couple first days is going to be very hard to clock. It is going to be difficult, but what you want to do is the same thing you did with the tap planche and the L sit. You want to kind of tap, but now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing with all your body. You're going to lower down and then come back up, lower down and rest a little bit, then come back up, lower down and come back up, lower down and come back up. Now, a common mistake I see a lot of beginners doing is they like kind of bend their back when they're doing an L sit, and I get it. The elbows could like be stabbing at your abdomen, and it can be pretty painful. But that's what happens. That's what it basically happens at the beginning. You're gonna feel like your elbows are stabbing your abdomen, but that's just strengthening your core. Time by time, you're gonna get used to it. What you want to do is you want to keep your back straight, more straight than a lot of beginners do, because if your back is caved in, then you're basically not going to be able to lift your body up because you have no space. So what you want to do is gradually, slowly lift the rest of your body up, and then do the same thing. Just go down, up, down, up, down, up, and then just stay there for a while, and then keep going down, up, down, up. Preferably, I'd say you do 5 seconds down, 5 seconds up. If you can do 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. It may take 15, it may take 20, it may take even 30. You're going to be able to do the elbow lever. Now, the common thing that I see a lot of beginners doing is comparing themselves to other people, right? For example, I can compare myself to someone like Alexander Stenix, which is absurd. I just started out, and I'm already comparing myself to the big guys. And that's the one thing that will kill your progress in calisthenics, is comparison. And that's the one key component that kills basically every single thing. It's comparison. What you want to do is you want to wake up every single day, and you want to just strive to be better than you were yesterday. Maybe hold it for one more second than you did yesterday. You want to do one more rep. You want to do just hold let's say the dead hand for more than 2 seconds longer than you did yesterday. Comparison is the killer of joy. That's one saying that's most popular, and it applies to every single thing, including calisthenics. What you don't want to do is you don't want to find yourself comparing yourself to people who have been doing this for a longer time, or people who are naturally gifted in calisthenics, or who are working, let's say, 10 times harder, and you can afford to work that much. You don't have that much time on you. If you love what you do and you do it with passion, you get to it eventually, right? Don't compare yourself to other people. Go at your own pace, take it slow, be patient, and you're gonna reach out basically every single calisthenic goal you wanna hit. And that's it, guys, for this video. I'm sorry I kind of rushed through this one because I'm supposed to be posting this Friday, and but I ended up recording later because there's a lot of things I've been doing during the week, and I couldn't really post. and the editing was gonna take a long time, so I just rushed through most of these. But yeah, that's it for the 5 calisthenic skills you can learn in 30 days. And comment down below if there's anything you found helpful in this video. Thank you.